tonight. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. With the new G League Pathway program, some say that the NBA is competing now with college hoops for top high school players. G League President Sharif Abdur-Rahim said, "I don't think so. This is an opportunity for unique talents, a select group that are tracking toward the NBA. It's a different model from college. Guys, we'll see how this works out in the years to come."
DA, thanks a lot. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Walker and Smart, the guards. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Brown. Now Tice. Now Tatum. Lock at 6. AT that time from Leonard.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatically. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
In his career, surprising some scouts, Tatum's hit a high percentage of his threes. The difference last year, he took a whole lot more of them.
He understood, Greg, that his game needed to be more efficient. Far fewer mid-range, long-range twos. He almost doubled the number of three-point attempts from the year before, and that was by design. This guy understands success in the modern NBA, plays at the rim, and plays from 3. Jason Tatum is the complete package on the offensive end. He can drive it, he can get to the mid-range, and now the three-point shot.
Now here's Leonard. The shot off that time. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Brown wide open. He fires. That one wide left.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Now here's Leonard. Put that bucket in no time at all. Leonard's got 6.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverley has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
George against Smart. Pass to Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Celtics ball.
Here's Tatum. That one misses. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Brown against Leonard. High post to Baca. Back to Leonard for the three. Rebound Boston. Here's Smart. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Leonard. And the wide open shot from Morris. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Really good job anticipating the rise and fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Smart finds Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Shot on the wing. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Leonard. He has 6.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Smart wide open. He fires. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, though he's not known as a prolific three-point shooter, Marcus Smart takes his time, delivers. That's a big-time shot.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Williams. And it's in there.
This guy is as good a shot maker as anyone in the league. Lou Williams doing work.
Now here's Teague.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has zero fear. In fact, contact, it doesn't deter him at all.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
An extraordinary improvement over the course of his career by Kawhi Leonard. He has now turned himself into one of the game's best, if not the best, two-way player.
Here's Ojale. And here's Thompson. Outside Teague. Over Williams. Nice D from Williams. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. And finished off by Leonard.
Lou Williams is the all-time leader in points off the bench, but don't sleep on his passing game. What an assist.
And stolen by Williams. Pass to Leonard. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Boston has possession. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers ahead, up by 9. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us how his upbringing helped shape his approach to the game.
I'm the youngest of 4 boys. So as anybody who has siblings, older, younger, you understand the struggle, especially being the youngest. You know, you always got to fight for what you want.
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Lou Williams out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now here's Williams. Kicks it to Leonard. Green with the rebound.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
The pass to Teague. Floats one. That one, no good. Nice D from Williams. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And the Clippers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Leonard. And George is subbed in for Nicholas Batum. The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Marcus Smart's checked in for the Celtics. And Morris drops them both. Here's Walker. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Off target with his 3. Los Angeles leading by 7. Beverly with the ball. Over Smart. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Smart passes to Williams. Back to Smart. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Good work defensively by Morris. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
And Doris, when you're identifying the heart and soul of this Celtics team, Smart is always at the center of that discussion.
Marcus Smart is so passionate. He's so tough, so willing to get down and do the dirty work that affect winning. And consider the role he's taken now as the leader of the Celtics. The ability to mentor a young guy like Grant Williams. Marcus Smart, you want him on your side.
Here's Tatum following the basket by Marcus Morris. 5 to shoot. Tatum. Kennard with the rebound. Clippers leading by 11. 3 on 3 from 18 feet away. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Now here's Williams. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Walker the pass to Williams. Brown against Kennard. And here's Los Angeles. Good momentum, 8 straight points. George, no good. Celtics trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys?
Strong story, DA, there. Thanks. And it's the Clippers with the ball after the basket by Boston.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
Outside Williams. 50 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside, Walker. Outside, Smart. That shot off the mark. The Clippers go the other way with it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Beverly looking around. Dishes to Morris. Excellent D there from Williams. Celtics trail by 14. The three from Tatum. Smart kicks to Tatum. Second chance shot and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the Clippers get called for the foul.
Well, you like to see Jason Tatum be aggressive even when the defense gets physical.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
The first one falls.
Well, the former number 3 pick in the 2017 draft, Jason Tatum has been nothing short of amazing as a young gun in this league. What a star on the rise.
And so Tatum nails them both. Now George. Over Tatum. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. He lets the production speak for itself.
Maybe that's why George has handpicked Kawhi to team up with. The only drama that George causes is to the end.
Yeah, he has all the tools to be but for him, it's not about the awards. He's focused on the titles.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the floor for Boston. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart, the guards. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. The 3 from Tatum. The shot will not fall as the Clippers taking it the other way. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Now, here's Beverly. Outside, George. Offline with his 3. Celtics trail by 14. Smart on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Smart's got 6.
That's just too easy. Kemba, the innate sense to find the open player. Well done.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And that one, good. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Outside Tatum from deep. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. And Morris throws it down.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Walker against Beverly. Walker the pass to Brown. Now Tice. Walker in the post. Defended by Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. The turnaround. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Kawhi has become one of the smartest offensive players in the game. Understanding use of the shot fake and what it can give you.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Now, here's Thompson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Wow, what a nice play for Thompson to see a chance to put it on the deck and get to the rim.
Here's Kennard. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Boston making a switch here. Green's checked in. Clippers on defense. 17-point lead, their biggest.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
That's a 2 from Kennard. Second shot opportunity. In deep. Leonard drops it in. Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter.
Kawhi Leonard, still one of the hardest working players in the league. Active on the offensive glass there.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. And the shot goes in.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Williams looking around. Inside. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Teague. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The defense has nothing for Jeff Teague right now. He is simply too hard to guard off dribble drive ability.
Williams outside. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Celtics trail by 19. They've got Paul George, Lou Williams out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Smart. Floats one up. Good work there as it goes. Smart's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Celtics. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Zubac finds Williams. Shoots over Walker. Williams' shot is off. Williams has gone 1 of 3 on the night. It's Smart with the drive.
Well, how about the dominance, the speed, the physicality of that from Marcus Smart? Go to work, son.
Outside, George. Back to Williams. To the paint, here's Morris. Good D by Williams. Celtics trail by 15. Here's Tatum. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
We know that Jason Tatum is a gamer. This guy willing to take punishment on his way to the cup.
Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle, right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Celtics have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Tice kicks to Tatum. Over George. Tatum's shot is off.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Morris trying to free himself up. Good work defensively by Smart. To the middle. And the dunk by Tatum.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And it's George missing.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, what phenomenal work deep inside the post. Smart, willing, and able to get himself to the line.
And that one falls for Smart. And so, Smart nails both of them.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Beverly dishes to George. Goes up on the high post. A rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Back to Walker from past the arc. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Clippers leading by 10. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Smart.
Well, Kawhi Leonard is a career 85% free throw shooter. You do not want to put him at the line.
The free throw drops for Leonard. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. The 3 from Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Clippers shooting well, 50% from the floor. Pass to Ibaka. Leonard against Smart. Lets it fly from 18. Leonard, no luck. Celtics trail by 12. It's stolen by Morris. Now here's Beverly. Passes it to Leonard. Over Smart. Off the left rim and out. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Tatum's shot is off. Clippers leading by 12. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Now George. Pass to Leonard. Back to George. 6 to shoot. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard. That's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're behind by 14. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Clippers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Leonard.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Langford's checked in for Boston.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
Well, don't you love the way Jaylen Brown is squaring up in the mid-range? This guy's getting his feet under him, his pre-shot preparation outstanding.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Outside Williams. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step